The PlayStation. Released in America in 1995, the console quickly unseated industry titans like Nintendo and Sega, while also dealing the final death blow to both the Jaguar and 3DO. With a massive library numbering in the thousands, the system was a huge success, going on to sell over 100 million units worldwide. Of course, what makes a system great is the game, so on today's episode of 5 Games, I present 5 great PlayStation games. Road Rash 3D is the 4th installment of the popular Road Rash series and also marked its transition from 2D line scrolling and sprites into a fully realized 3D world. With these changes came a change in focus as well. While you can still punch and kick your opponents, Road Rash 3D puts a stronger emphasis on the racing. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing is certainly open for debate, but the racing here is pretty exceptional. The controls are smooth and responsive. Well, once you get going, the AI offers a nice challenge, and the long stretches of highway presented are a blast to race down, featuring plenty of different turns, elevation changes, and environments that slowly shift. From a technical standpoint, Road Rash 3D is fairly impressive, with long draw distances and a truly massive road network to race through. The soundtrack is worth mentioning as well, featuring music from Kid Rock and Sugar Ray before they made it big. And of course, there is plenty of cheesy FMV. But at the end of the day, it's the racing that makes this game so great. Few titles have the ability to melt an entire afternoon away quite like the Road Rash games. Road Rash 3D carries on the tradition of doing a wonderful job capturing the open road spirit of a joyride or a cruise, and I find the entire experience irresistible. Crash Bandicoot was a smashing success for the original PlayStation, and deservedly so. This is a stunning platformer. Like the well-crafted 2D games from the generation before it, the level design blends perfectly with the controls. Every platform, every crate, and every enemy is perfectly placed, aligning with the unique jumping and attack abilities of Crash himself. This makes for an incredibly playable game, holding up remarkably 20 years later. Crash Bandicoot is also still visually appealing. Naughty Dog played to the strengths and weaknesses of the PlayStation hardware, mixing a limited field of view and simple level geometry in line with the polygon abilities of the system. The result is a game that feels rich and lush, and like the gameplay, holds up exceptionally well after all these years. And finally, there's the soundtrack. The simple jungle beats are somehow both melodic and memorable, while also being atmospheric, really helping to enhance the level immersion. When you mix great gameplay, awesome visuals, and amazing sound, you have a truly awesome game. Crash Bandicoot is just pure fun with tight controls, challenging gameplay, tricky platforming requiring a good mix of twitch reactions in addition to pattern recognition. Quite frankly, if you own a PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot is mandatory. Darius marks the Darius series' entry into the land of polygons. These days, most gamers prefer the sprite-based predecessors, but I find myself enjoying Darius quite a bit. But first things first, Darius is a horizontal shmup, with the invading aliens being inspired by oceanic creatures. Next, the music is bizarre, haunting, and beautiful, all at the same time. There is an interesting mix of singing, reminding me of opera, in addition to plenty of piano, giving Darius a very unique sound. Next, Darius offers a brand new gimmick in the form of capture balls. These balls allow you to capture enemies. From here, the enemy will act like an option and fire with you. You can detonate them like a bomb, or charge them up, enabling the Alpha Beam. This attack does a massive amount of damage and will also take out incoming fire. Graphically, Darius hasn't aged as well as the 2D games, but I still find the game to be rather fetching. The use of color is excellent, with plenty of bold and bright colors leaping off the screen. Next, the 3D bosses look terrific, with awesome animations and texture work doing a decent job mimicking the look of the 2D titles. The frame rate is also fast and smooth, most of the time. Best of all, Darius just plays really well. The multitude of attacks, leveling up system, and buttery smooth controls make for an extremely fun shooting experience. Spyro the Dragon is another iconic 3D platformer for the original PlayStation. In many ways, this is the opposite of Crash Bandicoot, featuring large environments and collecting rather than linear levels and tight platforming. Still, Spyro the Dragon is a ton of fun to play. The overall goal is to defeat Nasty Nork, who has turned the 80 dragons into stone statues. You do this by clearing the various stages and collecting gems to unlock new areas of the world. What I find most appealing about Spyro the Dragon is the laid-back pace. The environments are large and open, and the fun comes from exploring the levels. As Spyro is a dragon, he has wings which allow him to glide, and this gliding is key to finding new areas of each level. In addition to the gliding, Spyro has a flame and charge attack for taking down foes, and with the tight jumping, the controls are extremely solid. I also really dig the overall art direction. The game feels like a storybook come to life with a soft yet bright color palette and excellent texture work, creating a beautiful, whimsical fantasy environment. If you're looking for a slower, relaxing platformer, Spyro the Dragon definitely fits the bill. Last but certainly not least, we have Sled Storm. As you can see, this is a snowmobile racing game and one of my favorite games in the PlayStation library. First, the controls are simply sensational. They have a nice arcade feel, making it very easy to jump in right away. But at the same time, there is a lot of depth here, and the way the skis and track interact with the snow feels very unique and accurate. Next, the track design is simply brilliant. The elevation changes, turns, banks, jumps, everything is just incredibly laid out, creating an excellent flow as you progress through the game. Now, the snow doesn't exactly make for the most visually diverse settings for a racing game, but the developers managed to make each track feel unique and different despite being predominantly white. This includes various bridges, unique rock formations, forested areas, as well as differing times of day, including night racing. Throw in some unique set pieces like an airplane crashed into the side of a mountain, and you have a solid diversity of environments to sled through. Being an extreme sports game from the 90s, there is of course a trick system rewarding points. The points allow you to upgrade your sled's performance, giving a convincing sensation of speed in the later levels, but for me, it all comes back to the feel. There is truly something special about the controls and the way the sled interacts with the environments. The track design is stunning and fits the control scheme perfectly. Add in some awesome 90s rock and you have one of the very best racing games ever released on the PlayStation. So there you have it, 5 great games for the Sony PlayStation. Now this is not a definitive list, nor is it intended to be a best of, and I've barely scratched the surface of the PlayStation library, so be sure to leave a comment and let me know which PlayStation games you enjoy.